right, so the news has dropped that former Abercrombie and Fitch CEO, Mike Jeffries, has been arrested in a federal sex trafficking case. They have swooped up your man. They ain't talking about international, by the way.
Yeah.
This is crazy. He's been picked up. He's on a $10 million bond following sex trafficking arrest. We've made a few assumptions that only really R&B and hip-hop guys were getting taken down other than Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein.
Yep.
Well, here's another added to the list. Jeffries looked like he didn't really have any care in the world. He was smiling when he was arrested, by the way. It was very, very pleasant type of perp walk. He walked out of federal court in West Palm Beach with his legal team, all in smiles, and he's 80 years old.
Oh, wow.
He's accused of wielding power, wealth, and influence to traffic male models for his sexual pleasures along about a decade of this decadence.
That's crazy.
He ran the fashion powerhouse Abercrombie and Fitch, and there are models who are stepping forward now saying that they were assaulted and trafficked because of his weirdness.
Yes. I've always heard about this, by the way, behind the scenes. This is just another one of them where you hear about it, alluding to it, but you don't know if it's real or not.
Was he one of the CEOs that just recently stepped down with like all the other ones?
I don't think so. I think he's been out for a while.
Interesting.
They said that he was cut loose from court on Tuesday after posting a staggering $10 million bond.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah.
So he gets to get out, but not Diddy.
Well, yeah.
He has access to just as much as Diddy, probably.
He does, but I think it's a different case because when they denied Diddy, they said they denied him because of his interaction with witnesses.
Right.
The flight was a risk, but more so him reaching out to people trying to change their testimony for what they thought.
Okay.
Tampering.
And that Lisa Bloom, the attorney who is representing one of the young ladies who is one of the accusers, said that her specific case, because of him reaching out to the girl who's Kalima, the girl who was in Dirty Money, because of that being her client and that she had direct knowledge of him reaching out, then that's why he's
still locked up.
Blocked
Okay,
on getting
interesting.
bond. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, Sean Diddy Combs is facing a different kind of civil lawsuit this morning. That is on the press in front of on our press sheet. They're alleging that in 2022, there was a party that he was apparently throwing, and he had the petitioner, who is described as an owner of a family business who specializes in renting luxury cars and jewelry to stars. He was invited to the event by Combs, and he had been a frequent client of the company, so they didn't really see anything wrong. Upon his arrival, the plaintiff saw many high-profile celebrity guests, and he was instructed by Combs, as he says in this report, to meet him in his office for a private conversation. The plaintiff assumed that Combs wanted to have a discussion about business, about what was going to be happening at the event. However, the plaintiff immediately realized that Combs was intoxicated, according to this report, and acting strangely. He then removed his pants and exposed his genitalia to the plaintiff before grabbing the plaintiff's own genitalia and squeezing them in a rough and sexual manner. The plaintiff then went on to say that he was shocked and disoriented and didn't know how to respond to the weirdly inappropriate sexual advance that was made by Combs. According to the lawsuit, it escalated until an unnamed professional athlete entered the office and intervened, which ended Combs' assault.
Whoa, somebody saved him.
Yes.
In 2022. This isn't like one of those other ones that it was very way back.
Right.
This was 2 years ago, according to this report.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank God for this person.
Yeah, this just goes to show you, though, that like everybody at these Diddy parties wasn't about the bad stuff going on out there. Like there were actually people over there that were actually partying that, it got in the way of bad things like this happening.
So,
You just never know. You think you're just going to go meet somebody, hang out, and maybe it'll help you with your career, and then all of a sudden it's going another direction.
But this was like this massive party was going on, though.
Yeah.
Like that, this was back room action.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Or as the night went on. It could be backdoor action, or because I was reading something, it was like, okay, well, it's normal.
I said back room.
Yeah, you did. Sorry, my bad. Back room door. And as the evening went on, like after 12, 1 o'clock, when people started going home a little bit, that's when the night sometimes would turn into like something totally different.
Out of 863, you see how rich people get treated differently than rappers. Yeah, I do. And I mean that in those specific cases. I mean, you have the Abercrombie and Fitch guy. He's got the money. He's a flight risk too.
Yeah, definitely.
So they might put an ankle bracelet on him or whatever, or maybe take his passport so he doesn't run away to somewhere that doesn't have extradition. But when it comes down to the feds, like they pretty much move if they come and get you, they got you.
Yeah.
And as far as letting you out, flight risk is one thing, but also retaliation or interaction with witnesses, tampering with the case, and all that pretty much was what Diddy was hit with. So it's a little bit of a difference of size.
I kind of see what these people on the text are saying, though. It's like Diddy did this in the United States. This guy, it says internationally, this guy was doing it, and they let this guy out.
And they actually had models on this morning who were, who have come out and said that they were trafficked and they were treated like this for getting access to the big fashion house of Abercrombie and Fitch. Now, that's their words. That's their allegations. It hasn't been proven yet. That'll be proven in court if it is true.
Yeah, out of the 813, Abercrombie CEO is the same guy who used to require the male models to stand outside the store in the 2000s. And of course, they would only hire the best looking people and even give them managerial positions with zero experience.
Because they were good looking.
Yes.
Now,
that's how they.
If you really want to be like honest, how many fashion houses have done that?
Oh yeah, they only want good looking people to represent their line.
That's what I'm saying. Like if that's illegal, that's not.
Dude,
it's not illegal to make sure that you got pretty people working for your fashion house. Every model lineup, they only talked to the pretty ones. They only gave them access. The ones that weren't tall enough or weren't thin enough or weren't whatever, they got discarded. So, I mean, that was the fashion game. Now, trafficking people for their own sexual wishes and proclivities, that is over the line and it painfully illegal. So
there's another situation. Have you ever heard about this guy before in Abercrombie? There's been a documentary.
Oh yeah, I actually used to work for Hollister back in the day. That's how they caught me.
We got a pretty boy in
the room. They caught me in the mall. They were like, "Oh, you look like you could be a model," and they gassed me up. And then when I went, they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna be folding clothes." I was like, "Damn!" But they call you a model, like even if you're folding clothes at the register or anything
model
like that.
Rich,
they call
register
you a model.
3, please. We have a backed up line.
Hollister is owned by Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh my God! Look at. Well, were you safe? Like.
Oh yeah, I was safe.
Okay, all right.
Thank the man above, but. I have no secrets, okay?
Okay. You sure? I mean, you're in a safe place. Yes. If you want to tell us about it,
They did make me take off my shirt a bunch of times, which was
They made you take your shirt off?
Yeah, they made you. And they one of the things is they made you take off your shirt. You had to wear flip-flops or Chuck Taylors. And you had to wear their
When
clothing.
did you have to take your shirt off? Like at
while
work?
I was at work. Yeah, I had to stand in front of the store.
Oh my God.
With my shirt off. That's what the models did.
Are you sure you weren't taken advantage of?
Yeah. You're in a safe place if you want to tell us.
Yeah.
No, I'm all right.
You sure?
It's all right. We good. Yes.
Hey, can we require Rich to take his shirt off here?
Why do you think he does it on every karaoke?
We call you HR.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Oh, let's chat about Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx is he's in the midst of unleashing a Netflix special. The Netflix special is referred to as What Had Happened Was.
Oh.
All right, now that's it's a comedic kind of deal, but it's also, it's also kind of biographical because of his medical incident that he had. Now, what people are saying, this is only rumor because people were not supposed to come out and do these spoilers.
Yeah.
But what they're saying is there is a mention of how he had that stroke kind of issue, and he looked at somebody in the audience and he said, Diddy drugged me.
Oh Lord.
Now people are
joke?
That's what they're
Right.
saying, like, listen, it felt like a joke, but then he didn't really elaborate on it, but he looked at somebody and kind of like I'm telling you it happened. He was in the midst of filming, and he at various times had made different references of, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm telling you the truth. And he says, Diddy was responsible for my stroke. This is according to one of the gossip sites that was apparently there. And he said, while the claim was initially seemed to be part of his whole stand-up delivery, the tone quickly shifted in the room. And according to the source, when he made the statement, many of the audience laughed, assuming that it was a joke, but then allegedly paused and fixed his gaze on one audience member, and it changed, and it had become clear that he wasn't joking.
Okay, so I'm so happy that we can talk about this now because it's been, behind the scenes, like a rumored, like not a lot of people have been mentioning it or talking about it.
But it could still be a joke, though.
It could be.
It's not real. It's the clone of Jamie Foxx saying it. That's why.
Well, maybe the clone is finally able to tell some jokes that are truths.
The clone did not say how he was drugged or anything like that. He left the audience pretty much, as they say, confused and concerned. Fans are now eagerly awaiting that Netflix special so they can see it all come together because he did it in multiple nights. So you don't know what's going to be spliced together for that.
I am looking forward to it. I love Jamie Foxx's stand-up, and he hasn't really done it in a long time. He's so talented.
And the clone is good, too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he got us hooked now. Whether it's a joke or not, like, all of us are like, oh, yeah, I got to watch this now.
There's, okay, so this is hard to talk about because Nicole Kidman has a new movie, okay? And the new movie is called Baby Girl.
All right.
And it's an erotic drama. And it's so erotic that she was doing an interview. She's 57 years old.
She looks fine.
And she's, of course, she's starring with Harris Dickerson, and she plays a high-powered married company boss who basically has a thing for her young, kinky intern. Okay, so she's the boss.
I like
intern comes in. He's all, pool boyish. And in a new interview, she said that performing scenes with the guy and Antonio Banderas, who plays her husband, often was too much to cope with. Here's her quote, and I have to edit this so I don't get in trouble.
Okay.
But she says there was an enormous amount of sharing and trust, and then frustration, like, oh my God, don't touch me. There were times that we were shooting where I was like, I just don't want to owe anymore.
So she did? Oh, I'm watching this. It's got to be good.
She said, I was just like, don't come near me. I really hate having to do this. I don't care. If I'm ever touched again in my life, I'm over it. Y'all stop.
She's married to Keith Urban?
Yes.
Damn.
I always thought, like, sex scenes in movies was fake.
Wait a minute. There's actually been notorious scenes that were real.
Well, I know about, like, the Shia LaBeouf one in that movie.
There's been stuff that's been very close, or they've kept it a secret between the two of them.
There's a Hollywood sock that always plays a part. Because the sock is like, because they, like it covers the Jennies, and they have one that covers the ladies too. But to get it real, to be able to have sheets pull away to see a thigh or to see a whatever, they can't have just full on shorts or something like that because they have to be able to play the scene.
Gotcha.
So they just cover the specifics and then let them go in there and just kind of get it all hot and bothered or whatever. So she's saying
it's called a merkin.
The what?
It's a merkin, that what women wear specifically. I'm not talking about
okay.
The
I thought
was
you.
a
I was like,
handbag.
no, the movie is called Baby Girl.
No, a merkin,
thought you
a
were
merkin
trying to
has
say.
like a little bit of hair on it to make it look like it's a certain area, and it covers up that area.
I thought
It's a
the Merkin-
garage door. That's
thought-
what I call
I
it.
thought the Merkin was a bag.
No, that's a Birkin.
Oh, okay. Thanks for helping me there. For real, I don't know what it is.
He would
but-
prefer
Yeah,
a
I would
merkin.
love for you to walk in the store and say, hey, I'm trying to buy me one of them Merkins. Just see how that goes. Just see how that goes, and they're going to walk you right out of it. And, Meredith, your girl Britney Spears is making the news because she is
Yay.
apparently going to make some music.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Are you?
Yes.
Like, be real.
No, I'm excited. New Britney music, if it's good, I would be so excited.
But I'm okay. So now you said if it's good, but I'm saying, you know it's not going to be good.
It could be. I bet you there's a lot of producers that would love to work with her.
Yeah.
I'm betting against that.
Really? No one wants to work
Because
with her?
there's not a label to pay the big payday, so she would be paying it, and she don't look too, I mean, I'm not gonna kick your girl while she's down, but I just want to know if you was excited.
She's still Britney Spears, though.
She is, but come on, that's like saying Russell Wilson is still Russell Wilson.
I mean, dude, he had a good game last week.
He did have a good game. And your voice went up really high because it hasn't been happening that way. Britney Spears is not expected to have great music because she's not in that. You watched her dance in the past.
I have
and
this
then
past
you've
week.
watched her dance on social media. Is
Yeah.
it the same?
No, absolutely.
And so that gives you your answer right there.
Wow, I never
But she's
actually-
also working on an upcoming biopic too.
Okay. I, again, would love.
I'm more excited about the biopic than the music.
I mean, that I am too.
She could have some good club music come out. Yeah, as long as she has a bunch of producers with her to help navigate said studio appointment, I think that would be fun.
Nah, hey, did you guys see like the newest news that she's like telling everybody that she married somebody?
Herself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they say she's marrying the boyfriend.
No. They need to not do. She needs to
Apparently
not
they-
do that.
They said they're gonna get there.
I hope not.
What's going on in that entire situation? First they're broken up. Now he's moving his kids into her house.
Yeah, I think he has like 3 kids, and then she took all the kids in her house. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Sounds like a toxic, relationship.
Yeah. This biopic gonna be lit. Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm not really.
You know what? She's still here, so, and I am blessed if she wants to bless me with some music. That's what and if it's good, can you guys imagine if she dropped a song and it was actually good, even though it's not necessarily your taste?
Imagine.
I can't
Imagine.
imagine that. My imagination don't stretch that far.
Like he said,
I didn't eat the gummies yesterday.
I'm just realizing like what he said about like her dancing and like what she used to look like compared to now.
I mean, you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
You
was
get,
good.
she's
definitely
you
not
know,
the same.
she's not the same anymore. So that's why I wanted to know if you, who
Yeah.
are a diehard fan of hers,
I am.
would be excited about that.
Yes, I would.
Yeah. LeBron and Little LeBron made history yesterday, being the first father and son team, both players on the floor, same time, same game. They made history.
This is what he wanted the entire time.
This
Yes.
is what he wanted.
This
yeah.
was his goal.
Yeah, he there's a lot of type of kind of fodder online about it. I mean, he did a prank on him yesterday on social media where they were showing LeBron pouring cereal into someone's sunroof.
Oh, that was a commercial.
And yeah, it was for Nike.
Okay.
And it was like, he's pouring cereal into the sunroof of a car and you don't really see what it is. And he's like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah,
And
just
then
being-
he taps the box and throws the box in because he hears somebody coming. And then Bronny opens his door and
there's
all
cereal.
of this cereal pours out. And he's like, hey, rookie, don't be late.
That's
And
funny.
And then
pulls
Bronny's
off.
like, you're too old for this.
So I mean,
That's cute.
they got a chance to make history, and as whack as it is, because it feels forced on us, it still looks good.
It's cute.
To see him sitting next to his son on the bench.
I just like people reaching those goals in general, whether you like it or not. I mean, that's something he's aspired to do with his family. I mean, it's cute.
It's cool to see, but I'm gonna say what everybody's thinking. He doesn't deserve to be in the league. I'm sorry.
Listen,
He had 0 points.
Yeah, but let me tell you,
Zero.
their last preseason game, before yesterday, he had like 17 points. And now, again, that's
Did you
much better than what he had in the previous 2 weeks. There is a rookie on the team, number 41, who had like 39 points that night, and he was killing.
Yeah.
But the Bronny performance is getting better, and you can't expect somebody to go to the NBA and be top notch from the beginning. Unless their name is LeBron or Michael Jordan or somebody else. Some other people have had to work their way into being a role player.
Keep it real, Rich. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it real. It's cool to see the Griffey thing. And I mean Griffey because in baseball, Griffey played with his father.
Yeah, he did.
But his differential is minus 40. And that's the worst out of all 450 players in the league.
Hey, don't pick on him.
I'm not.
I mean, he's going to get
stats.
there. Leave him alone.
He's
Going to get there. Okay?
Facts.
It was still a moment. You got to be happy for a man to be able to will his son into his job. That's beautiful right
Nepotism.
there. Nepo babies need to live.
Thank you guys for watching the video. For all things wild, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.